Good night, sweet prince. I'm sure you all heard about how Kim Jong Il is dead. He was an enemy of capitalism. He was not a communist, he was a Stalinist. There is a difference. Stalinists are nationalists of the state itself. Nationalists are nationalists for the race, the religion, whatever. In my experience, Stalinists tend to be more rational and more reasonable and able to get along with better than normal nationalists. I do believe that nationalists do oppose capitalism, but I believe they're so self-destructive and impotent in their rage and their, misconstrued ideas of who the enemy is, that it's more trouble than it's worth. I am not saying this in a scripted format. I just had to do the video over again because I was repeating myself. I don't like redundancy and I don't like stuttering around. But it's true. It's stupid to applaud Kim Jong Il's death. Even if you disagree with the guy, he was one of the few opponents of imperialism we have left. And that's all that baby's first socialism, neoliberalism crap for you. I'm sure at SovietEmpire.com they're celebrating his death. I'm sure at RevLeft.com they're celebrating his death. But all they care about is fucking gays and women. They don't care about the poor. They don't care about the working class. They don't care about the morality of communism and socialism. They don't care about the principles. All they care about is their little pet issues and all their little pet groups that help exalt those pet issues. They're part of the problem. They are the bourgeoisie. And, you would have to be a complete moron to, celebrate this guy's death. Because, what do we have left? If I knew Korean well enough, I would go live in Korea. Just to prove a point. I would make a documentary about how great North Korea is. And it would not be North Korea censoring me. It would be either the Western government saying that it was anti-American rhetoric and, it wouldn't let it get published, or it would be their Western corporations that would try to sue me into submission and keep me silenced out of, fear of losing everything because they'd be suing me on copyright grounds, on this and that. And, there's censorship like that all over the West. I don't see that in other places. In other countries, they don't ban people. I know they could conceivably, but it doesn't happen. You don't see Russian moderators banning people. You don't see Iranian moderators banning people. It doesn't happen. Why? Because it's the culture. The culture in the West is wrong. The culture in the West is sinful and evil and despicable. They relish in power and exercising that power over other people. So, even when the opportunity is available to them, other countries don't abuse it nearly as much as the West. Even when the West don't have those opportunities, they scrounge to make those opportunities. Because lawfully, it is wrong to ban people. Lawfully, it is wrong to track their IP addresses and consistently try to keep them away. The internet was invented to socialize and to communicate. It was an invention of the Cold War to ensure that Americans could continue their lives without being construed by nuclear fallout. So the moderators feel more entitled to banning people and having their little fortress of solitude than to the entire principle of why the internet existed. Get over yourself. I have the right to talk to other people. I have the right to communicate my ideas. People have a right to see my content. If they don't want to view it, they don't have to view it. But why should I be forced to have to struggle to find a place where I can upload my content? It is initiation of force. I'm not stopping you from making your content, but you want to insist upon stopping me from making mine. That's not going to happen. That's going to stop. As God is my witness, laws will change in this country, and you'll call it socialism, you'll call it communism, but it has nothing to do with that. It is simply right versus wrong. And I'm getting off topic, but, I do not celebrate Kim Jong Il's death. I don't know if his son will be as good as he was, but what I do know is that North Korea was always morally superior to the West. And I'm sure even after his son comes into power, it will still be morally superior to the West, whether or not he was as good as his father. So, put that in your hookah and smoke it.